Yo, what's happening, people? What's going on, man? What's going on? Happy holiday to everybody. Also, thank you for joining me as well. It's your dog Toddy checking in with a quick live stream on this Monday on the brink of NFL football. Yeah, so we are finally here, man. We're finally here. Football season started. We got the Panthers coming up, man. So I know if y'all anything like me, you're very, very excited about the game. So we're gonna wrap on this nice Monday again. I hope everybody is doing well. Hope everybody's doing fantastic on this day, man. It's a holiday. What y'all grilling out today? What's going on? Y'all hitting the grill? What y'all doing today? So talk to your boy, let me know what y'all doing to celebrate the holiday also, man, So week one, we got the Panthers coming up. We also gonna talk about y'all a recent study, right? There was a recent study done that says Falcons fans are lukewarm when it comes to loyalty. So we want to discuss that also. I want to know y'all thoughts when we talk about that and we discuss that. Like, what do y'all think about that? Or are we kind of lukewarm when it comes to being loyal to our team? So we're gonna discuss that as well, man. Let's see who's checking in with us already. We got Atlanta support in the building. Says, what's up, Tyler? What's up, Atlanta supporter? How you doing, bro? How's it going? How is it going? Atlanta supporters say Falcons are looking scary. Hope scary in the right way. But knowing you like I know you, Atlanta supporter, scary in the right way. So hopefully go out here and ball this year, man. Wouldn't it be great to come out here and just ball, win a bunch of games, go to the playoffs, win some playoffs games, Wouldn't that be fantastic, man? I feel like, we've earned that Falcons fans. We've had to deal with so much these last 5-7 years, man. So I just want us to have a great season this year. Especially some of the other teams I root for. All the Georgia Bulldogs recent success, Atlanta Braves recent success. So I would like to have my Sundays start to be stress free, like my Saturdays have been watching the Bulldogs. So it'll be wonderful if Georgia came out and balled out. Miss Nee is in the building. How you doing today? Says rise up. Also to you, Miss Nee. Hope you are doing well. Dom is also in the building today. Says, what's going on, bro? A-Town up. What's happening with you, Dom? How you doing, bro? What's going on with you? We got Keon checking in here. Keon says, Dirty Birds in the building. Bird gang was popping. What's happening with you, Keon? How you doing there, bro? Big Dog John Brooks is in the building. Says, what's up, Tyler? What's cracking? What's happening, John? Y'all make sure y'all check John out on YouTube also. A great Georgia sports content creator. Make sure you click on this profile, subscribe to this channel, show him some love, run up the comments, run up the likes. John Brooks in the building. What's happening with you, John? How you doing? We got one story checking in. What's up with you, bro? How's it going? Says, what's going on, Buck Check? Smash the like button. Yes, please do smash the like button, y'all. Really helps the channel out a great deal. So while you're here, make sure that you do smash that like button as well. Definitely do appreciate that. Also, Rusty Moore Jr. is in the building. What's happening with you, Rusty? So let's call a spade a spade. The fan base is horrendous. Rusty came to bang. Stadium empty as hell every week. So Rusty is banging on the fan base. We're going to discuss it, Rusty. Rusty, we're going to look at this study and we're going to discuss it, man. We're going to discuss it. Says, I get it, though. It's up to the team to put a product on the field worth buying tickets to see. Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that, bro. Yeah. Both sides got to do their part. Falcons got to win, Fans got to come support. So both sides, have some accountability in that, I think. Eric Parks is titled, what's up? Yo, what's happening? What's Eric, bro? How was your weekend? How you doing? How's it going? John Brooks title, it's go time. Let's go. Let's get it in my shouted low voice. Rest in peace, shouted low. J. Lewis, so what's up, title? Week one is a must win. No excuses. I absolutely agree. No excuses, man. Let's get to it. Facebook users for sure, stress free. Let's go. Facebook also, we will have to win. We will have 10 wins. Enjoy it. I hope so. We got 10 wins, bro. Like, shoot, I'm good. I'm good. D Will is in the building. What's up with you, D Will? How you doing? So salute right back to you. Facebook users also checking in. Say, hey, what's up? Rise up in New Jersey. What's happening, New Jersey? What's going on? Jersey in the building. What's up with you? A1 Forever says Dirty Birds. Let's get it. A1 Forever checking in. Hey, y'all make sure to click on A1 Forever's profile. Subscribe. Great content creator. Covers, of course, Falcons football. So make sure to show him a whole bunch of love. Subscribe to the channel. Run up the likes. Run up the comments. Show him a lot of love, as we get ready to start this new Falcons season, man. I'm so excited about it, too. I just hope the Falcons don't run my blood pressure up this year like they do every single year. Probably why I ain't got no hair now. My dog Javicia Taylor is in the building. What's up with you, Javicia? How's it going? Kevia Cloud checking in. What's up with you, Kevia? How you doing, man? How you doing? Happy holiday to everybody. Also, what is this, Labor Day? Yeah, this is Labor Day, right? Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I be getting Labor Day and Memorial Day mixed up. I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. So this is Labor Day, right? I get it mixed up. I get Labor Day and Memorial Day mixed up. But Memorial Day is when the summer's getting ready to start. Labor Day signifies that the summer's about to end, right? Right? Am I right? Somebody tell me am I right or wrong, Let me know. I get it mixed up, man. I ain't gonna lie. But I think this is Labor Day, right? 330 is in his house. ABG in the building. What's up with you? 3? I always get to see you, bro. My dog Travis is also in the building. If you win, they will come. That's correct. You gotta win. Atlanta supporter says Atlanta Falcons ready week 1. Yeah, we are. And everybody in here, man, welcome, man. Thank y'all for coming. Make sure you do hit that like button for your dog, man. It really helps the channel. Gets the video out to the algorithm. That way more eyes, ears can be a part of what we do here on the channel. So thank you in advance. Really appreciate it. Dom says it's all about winning games and fill the empty seats in the stadium. Yeah, we haven't had a winning coach here. That's true, bro. That's true. Very true, brother. We'll discuss that as well. My guy Billy Ray Fields is in the building. Says, what's up, Titan? My Saturdays are stressful right now as a Gator fan. Oh, boy. Billy Ray. Y'all got smacked by Utah. As a Georgia fan, I'm shocked. I was laughing at y'all. I was enjoying every minute of that being that Utah gave y'all. Billy Ray, y'all should have lost to him last year, man. But I ain't gonna go there with you. I ain't gonna do that to you, Billy Ray, because you my dog. You my dog. But y'all know, how that Florida Georgia thing going in football. But my Sunday's gonna be lit this year. What's happening with you, Billy Ray? Always good to hear from you, brother. 330 is in the building, coming from North Carolina to the Benz, repping the Dirty Bird Week 1 playoff game for me, man. I hope you enjoy it, man. I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of people there, man, especially for Falcons fans or Falcons game. Carolina, Atlanta, it's gonna still be hot outside. You know how that atmosphere go. The Falcons game, man, especially the first good month when that weather's still nice. You know what I'm saying? And people still want to be outside before fall weather creeps in. It's gonna be a movie. It's gonna be a movie at 3:30. Enjoy yourself, man. I ain't gotta tell you this, but get there early, man, and enjoy the tailgate, man, and just take everything in, man. There's nothing like a Falcons tailgate. Nothing. No, I can't front. We hadn't won a lot in our history, but we're not a tailgate. We're not have fun, So that's one good thing when you come out to our games, you're gonna enjoy yourself. John Brooks says, title, I'm hype, bro. Seeing you date out in that Falcons game, bro. I see it, bro. But yeah, man, I gotta do it. You see what I'm saying? Got my little Julio jersey on, got my 8-time hat on. Let's get it. Let's go. Jimmy Wayne Hall in the building says, what's up? The fans tired of the same BS, same S, different target. Gotta change the narrative. Jimmy Wayne Hall came to bang. Jimmy Wayne Hall banging, man. Like, come on, Atlanta. Y'all want us to be loyal to y'all. Y'all be loyal to us and start winning consistently, man. We tired of watching y'all lose, getting our hearts broke. I dig that, Jimmy Wayne. What's up with you, Jimmy Wayne? Atlanta sports, you're tired of the Falcons win week 1. I want everybody to throw their hats up. I throw my hat up, man. We win. I'm going to take this thing. I'll show y'all this ball-headed cranium, I throw mine up. I just want to win, man. Whatever it takes, Atlanta supporters, you know me, I'm all for it, bro. I'm all for it. Winston says Grady, Cool, Matthews, Lisham, and Bates were just named the captains for the season. So shout out to them. Definitely shout out to them. How you feel about those selections? So let me review them again before I get my answer. Grady, perfect. Perfect. That's a perfect captain, of course. Cool. Kicker. 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 I don't know what they do or say in the locker room, but you know, definitely been one of the better players we've had the last few years as far as being consistent. But kicker, but hey, Jake Matthews, I definitely salute that, man. Shout out to Big Jake. Jake, I feel like definitely should be a captain. One of the most tenured Falcons. Always super, super consistent. And I feel like he should be one of the biggest and loudest and most influential voices in on the offensive side of the ball. So I'm good with that. My boy Lindstrom, y'all, hey, that's my dog, man. So hey, I feel like he deserved it too. He deserved it too. Currently the best player on the team based on the last 2 seasons. So I'm good with that. Jesse Bates, don't know a whole lot about him. This is his rookie season as a Falcon. Let me repeat that. This is his rookie season as a Falcon. So his first year as a Falcon. So I assume that, he's been vocal in camp, vocal in practice, vocal in the preseason. And I don't know how to, seem like every coach do it different. So I don't know if Coach Smith let the players vote and then the coaches come in and add some captains. I'm not sure how they do that, but evidently they feel real good about Bates, so they made him captain. So, I'll rock with that also. I think those are some real solid selections, though, all in all. So, I'm pretty good with that. So, let's get to it, man. Let's kill the music, man. Let's kill the music. Yeah. So let's get to it. Let's finish this up. Let's see where we left off at. SDS in the hill says, rise up. Let's get this dub. Let's get it, man. Let's go. Winston says today is Labor Day. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it, man. I'm getting old, man. I get it mixed up. Labor and Memorial. But I used to, like I said, could remember one starts to summer and one ends to summer. I do remember when I was a kid, like back when I used to back when I was in like elementary school and whatever. And back then, man, it used to be a big thing to go swimming when the summertime got here. When you got out for summer vacation, man, we had a park in my neighborhood. So you go down to the neighborhood park and you go swimming, man. Like that. That was the thing to do when you went to school. See, my era, and I'm sure every era gonna be able to say this about different eras, but my era was different because we had to play out the door for real. We had to be outside. You wake up, you put on your clothes, you go outside and play. You know what I'm saying? You go outside to play. And the thing about it, yeah, you can come in occasionally and get you something to drink, kind of hydrate, get a little, cool down a little bit. But you had to make a choice. You're going to be in or you're going to be out. You ain't going to run. You won't keep going inside and outside the house, letting grandma cold out. So you did it one too many times, you're going to get stuck being inside while everybody else outside playing. But a big thing, like, in my neighborhood, we used to go down to the neighborhood park, Sewer Circle Park, and the neighborhood pool, we go down there and we go swimming. That just used to be the thing because, I had a bunch of cousins. So me and my cousins, we all used to go to the pool, man, and we'll be down there most of the day. And we just swimming. And I just remember Labor Day used to be like the last weekend before the pool closed. And, you have to get ready to go back to school. Because back then we went back to school, was it August? I think we went back to school like late August back then. I think they go back in like early August. Now, it might even be September, I got a little age on me. But yeah, I just remember that Labor Day weekend. I used to kind of get sad because I knew it was time to go back to school. I wasn't no person who loved going to school. And I knew the pool was going to close. I used to love the swimming pool, man. But I used to know Labor Day, that's the last weekend, and the pool is going to close down to next summer. So Labor Day used to always signify the end of the summer for me. So just a little quick story there on that. Rob RC Park in the building says, "What up, pimp?" Rise up from Virginia Beach. What's up, Virginia Beach, man? We got a lot of people from the VA area that be checking in. What's happening with you, bro? Everything going good with you, man? I got Big Low Country Sports in the building. What's happening with your Big Low? Says Todd and my brother. What's happening? I ain't got to. I don't have to tell y'all. Y'all make sure to click on my guy Big Low Country profile. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Run up the comments. Run up the likes. In fact, go like the last 3 videos. I had a great time watching him and my old Uncle Steve yesterday. And they did a show together from Steve's spot, and that was an excellent duo, man. They got great chemistry. So shout out to my guy, Big Low Country, man. Atlanta supporters in the building says, "What's up, Big Low? Big Low Hollywood." Hey, Big Low. Steve said he had to pay you a fee to come record with him, man. Big Low, tell me it ain't true, man. Tell me it ain't true, Big Low. Steve said he had to pay you a fee to record with him. Dom says, "I'm in Carolina territory. It's hate week for me every year with them. I've been banging on these kitty cats since last week. Hey, get them, man. Let them know what's up. Let them know they just got a team a few decades ago, man. You know, they don't have any equity yet as far as that go. I got Kelly checking in. What's up, Kelly? Says team captains just announced Grady, Young Ho, Cool, Jesse Bates, Matthews, and Lester. Yep. Are y'all surprised that Ritter wasn't a captain? Anybody surprised about that? Let me know if y'all was surprised that Ritter was not a captain. Dom says we need a dub week 1. No excuses to start the season. Hey, brother, I'm all with you on that. I'm all with you. Big Low also echoes that sentiment. We got to get that dub. I definitely agree, man. Like, this is really a must-win game for us. And I don't know if that's a bad or good thing, Low, to say that week 1, but I feel like we got to win this game, man. Like, you can't let no rookie come in your crib and beat you week 1. Especially after we have, reestablished this team, broke down the roster, built it back up, spent a lot of money in free agency. Man, that'll be the ultimate failure. And I think it'll make the fans lose faith very quickly. And we're gonna talk about Atlanta fans here in just a moment. And we know how Falcons fans rock. You got to keep us interested. It's like going to the movie and watching a 2-hour plus movie. This movie better catch me within the first 20 minutes. If not, I'm gonna lose interest real quick. But I think we're gonna get that dub. I'm sticking to my prediction. I predicted 24-10. I'm gonna stick to it. John Brooks says, "Todd, I agree with you. Why it's cool captain and my little John, but what? Okay." I don't know, man. Maybe it's something he do at practice. I don't know. Special teams, man. I don't know. I got to research and see how Arthur Smith, comes up with his captains, because I notice each coach kind of do it a little differently. Dom said, Kawhi's been a captain since he's been here. I felt like they should have gave it to someone else. Okay, so Dom said he's always been a captain. Miss Francis in the building. How you doing there, Miss Francis? How you tired? It's kind of hard not to be lukewarm. So to our past expectations, but we will win on Sunday. Love my Falcons. I love these jokers too, man. Even though they be breaking my heart, seeing like every year, Miss Francis, I rock with them every single year. Let's see. Dom says, let's reserve that captain spot. He's solid. I agree. I definitely agree. Winston used to hate having to come inside. Times aren't the same. Yeah, now times aren't the same, man. Like I rarely even see like kids outside playing. Like, and when I was growing up, you was gonna be outside playing. I mean, but I'm back from like the Atari/Nintendo era, and of course, we didn't have any smartphones. The technology wasn't what it is today. So kids played outside, man. Like that's what we did. Like I said, we go to the pool. We're gonna play football. We're gonna play kickball. We're gonna play a little softball. Like we're gonna wrestle. We're gonna go get us to some mischief as me and my other boy cousins. We're just typical kids, man. So we was gonna be outside. We was gonna be playing. Outside playing. But hey, man, society changes, man. Society changes. Latoya in here. What's up, Latoya? How you doing? Every year I believe it's the year. That's what keeps me going to games and supporting our guys. This year just feels different. These guys are about to make us proud. I sure hope you're right, Latoya. I hope you're right. I Definitely hope you're right. Facebook user says we always went back to school after Labor Day. Okay, so I was right. I was right. Like I said, I'm getting a little old, man. So the memory is a little foggy. But yeah, as I was saying, I just remembered Labor Day signified it's time to go back to school, and also the pool was closing. I like the pool, man. That just was my thing. I like going to the swimming pool. That just was my thing when I was a little tidy coming up. Facebook users, what's good, Tyler? What's good, Facebook user? How's it going? Big Low Country said, come on, Tyler. And I don't know, man. Steve said you had to pay you a fee. You said you came in there with a publicist, two bodyguards, and your road manager. So Steve gonna be doing the Monday minutiae at 6, I think, today. I'm gonna ask him, Big Low. I'm gonna ask him because there was some rumors that you showed up with honorars low, and there was a fee that had to be paid. So we're gonna see if Steve will confirm or deny those rumors today on the Monday minutiae. And y'all make sure to stick around for Steve. He gonna be coming up with the Monday minutiae at 6 o'clock. So make sure to check him out also as well. Your title this week with the Red Stallions versus the Aints. That was fun in the Red Stallion. that was hilarious. Philip Crawford and his title was popping. London, Pitts, Tyler, Bijan, and Patterson would do what they do, but that X factor will be ready to rise up. I hope so. I hope Dez ready, man. It's almost showtime, Red. I hope you ready. He been saying all the right things. So let's get to it, man. Let's go. Stephen Gibbons says, as far as Ritter being captain goes, I believe he has to build some type of resume first. Good point. Plus, I don't think that he'll be the starter here next season. Dang, Steve already done kicked Ritter out the building. Steve say, win or lose, Ritter won't be here. So let me ask you this, Steve. If we do win, like, what do you think goes on with Ritter? Do you think they go find a veteran, or you think we're gonna draft somebody? I'm interested, to hear your thoughts on that when you say he won't be here, win or lose. Billy Ray Fields says we gonna bang spank the kitty, but on a lighter note, we have a history of not doing well against rookie quarterbacks. Yeah, man, yeah. You're right, especially the mobile ones. They give us all kind of fits. But I actually feel real good going into this game. I don't know why. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of times Falcons be just having me filled with anxiety when it's time for them to play, going into a game. But I feel good about this game, man. I really feel like we're gonna come out there and we're gonna smack Bryce Young around a little bit. He gonna get his official welcome to the NFL. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Bryce Young gonna end up being a dog, but I just don't think it's gonna kick off in Atlanta week 1. No, maybe if later in the year when you go to Carolina, hey, you might get us that game. But I just think Atlanta, we're gonna give him his welcome to the NFL party. Doms, I'm surprised my damn self about Ritter not being a captain. All the talking all season, but hey, you gotta earn it. Yeah, and that's what I like too, Dom. Like, make him earn it. Like, no, don't give it to him. Make him earn it. Eric Parks' son is not getting here fast enough for me. We almost there, bro. We're almost there. Toddy, they got to have a special teams captain, and that's probably correct. Somebody for the special teams unit. So that actually makes a lot of sense. Facebook user says, what's up, T. Jones? What's happening with your Facebook user? How's it going? How is it going? Facebook user also titled, what's up, brother? What's popping? What's going on? We got Shawty Red checking in. Says title, what's up? What's happening with Shawty Red? What's happening? Y'all, appreciate everybody coming in, man. Again, make sure that you do like the video. But let's get straight to the business, man. I was strolling these internet streets. Yes, I said streets. I was strolling these internet streets like I often do, and I came across an article slash study slash report, whatever you want to call it, when they did a study, and it was a study of all teams and how loyal the fans are. And I came across that, and of course, the first thing I looked for, well, where were the Falcons at? And we were ranked lukewarm. We were ranked below average on this study. We weren't terrible, but it wasn't the best either. So in fact, let's take a look at that. In fact, give me a second. Let me pull this study up and let's go over this together, y'all. Let's go over this together. Let me just pull it up here. And my bad, I should have had this pulled up before, which I thought I did, but we'll pull it up now and we'll talk about it and we'll discuss it. And I want y'all to give me some feedback on what y'all think about this also. Do y'all think this is fair or foul based on our ranking? And Rusty already kind of called our fans out already, but I really want y'all to tell me what y'all think. So give me a second. Let me pull this thing up here. Ooh, my bad, y'all. I should have had this already pulled up here. Here we go. So let's look at this together, y'all. Okay, so let's read what their criteria was. And they're ranking the most loyal NFL fans. I'll read this quickly without boring you. It says the ranking looked at the volume behind more than 500 related keywords to NFL teams over the last 3 years. These keywords cover things such as merchandise, individual players, team stadiums, game tickets, and more. Those were then split by state to name the most dedicated, consistent, and bored fans. Now, so that's what they're basing this off, and let's just look at everything. Let me see if I can blow this up so y'all can see it a little bit better. Let's see. Yeah, I hope that's good. Okay, I think that should be good enough. So you see the list right here. Here's the full ranking of the NFL's most loyal fans. So let's quickly go down the list together, y'all. You got Cincinnati Bengals. That surprised me, to be honest, man. I really didn't know of Cincinnati just having this out of the ordinary, super loyal or super faithful fan base. So I was surprised by that, to be totally honest. The Cincinnati one surprised me. You got Philadelphia Eagles coming in at number 2 on this list. You got the 49ers coming at number 3. That doesn't surprise me. 49ers, they definitely have some loyal fans. They travel well. And they've been down a long time. They got a generational fan base also. Buffalo Bills checking in at number 4. So the Bills, top 5 loyal fan base. Now this one surprised me. Jacksonville Jaguars at number 5. I like, man. Um, total surprise. Total surprise, Jacksonville. Kansas City Chiefs were at number 6. Vikings 7. The Giants, New York Giants at 8. New York Jets came in at 9. Detroit Lions fans at 10. Lions had a top 10 loyal fan base. That's very surprising to me. Very, very surprising. But a lot of this stuff was, based on different factors, based on this report. You got the Cowboys and their obnoxious fans that came in at number 11. Miami Dolphins at 12. The Rams came in at 13. Chargers at 14. The Broncos at 16. Houston Texans. No, I'm sorry. The Broncos at 15. Excuse me. Houston Texans at 16. And you got us right here at number 17. So out of 32 teams, we came at number 17. So that's slightly below average. So they're pretty much saying, as far as our loyalty goes, we got a lukewarm fan base coming in at number 17. And I will argue that no fan base really has had to deal with Falcons fans have had to deal with. Of course, that goes to the Super Bowl and the very next year not being able to score the touchdown in a divisional playoff game against Philadelphia on the road. And you can go back to January 2013 NFC Championship game against the 49ers, a game that we let get away from us that we should have won. You can already go back to the original choke job against the Cowboys in the playoffs and all the losing in between that. I'm biased, of course, but I would argue as far as loyalty goes, we have definitely a loyal fan base. We still show up every year, no matter what. And we rep our squad. But we are at number 17. Rounding out the top 20, you got Baltimore just below us. You got Las Vegas Raiders. Then you got the Tennessee Titans. Um, but like, what are y'all thoughts so far on that list as far as us having the 17th most loyal fans? Savage Falcon says, ready to rumble in the Benz Sunday. Yeah, you and me both, bro. You and me both. Matty T in here says, "What's up, Tidy? I'm okay with Ritter not being a captain. He knows he has to earn it, and I can definitely go for that also." Eric Rose says, "We have some great fans. We battle each other every week. Yeah, that we do. Definitely is." Red also says, "Nobody's more loyal to their team than our Falcons fans. If we still have 23, that is the epitome of loyalists." Man, I could not agree with you more, man. I could not agree with you more. I probably what's hurting us in that matrix that they combined for this list. Probably is ticket sales. Because we know that bands can get it empty if the Falcons ain't doing well. Killer says Cincinnati being one immediately invalidated that list. That's what I'm thinking. Like Bengals fans, like I mean, I don't. I just didn't. I don't see how out of 32 teams, Cincinnati is number one. Like, I never knew them to have like this super great or super loyal fan base like that. That was a very surprising to me. RJ Falcon 242 says, "Big homie title. What's up with you, RJ Falcon? How you doing, man? I ain't seen you pop in a minute, bro. Hope all is well with you." Abel says, "Wait, we've gone through Robinson getting arrested before the Super Bowl, Mora, Petrino, Vic going to prison, Super Bowl collapse, 5 years of straight losing, but we're not loyal, really." Okay. Hey, you make some great points, bro. You make some excellent points. Savage Falcon says, "Hey, I'm just ready to put the 23 narrative in the past and usher in a new ATL dominance. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's start it this year." Kelly says Chargers left 90% of their fans in San Diego. That's true. That's very much true. They got to kind of reestablish their fan base. J Dot says anyone that roots for their team is loyal. This team is loyal. Yeah, you got a point. They don't give us a whole lot to be happy about. That's for sure. Don says whoever made that list probably a bandwagon since a fan. Come on now. I'm gonna have to go back and see like where the list was originated from. We're gonna check their credibility. Billy Ray Fields says not the knockout fan base, but the Georgia Dome fan versus the band fans are different. Yeah, you make a good point, man. Let's deep dive into that. Georgia Dome fans and the Mercedes Benz fans. I think the Georgia Dome fans were like that was more of your typical Falcon fan. Even more specifically, your typical ATLian. Your typical Atlantean, your typical Georgian, your typical Falcon fan. Well, that was just a Georgia Dome. You know, Atlanta being such a progressive city, everything. I'm gonna say everything, but a lot of stuff there needs is gonna be newest. You know, new stadium, Braves, new stadium, um, Hawks, totally renovated facility that they play in, State Farm Arena, and that's not even that old. So if you visited Atlanta in the last 10 years, you've seen it change. You've seen it change a lot. And it's going to continue to change. You got new condos. I remember back in my clubbing days, you had the Buckhead Strip. We just had nothing but clubs and bars on Buckhead. We park, get out, and walk the strip. And we there till like 6, 7 in the morning. We just club hopping, bar hopping, outside just having a good time. That's got replaced. That's no longer there. So Atlanta's a city constantly changing, constantly, maybe for lack of better words, improving itself. So you got the Benz fans. They're more like a corporate technology-driven fan base. Some people go to the Benz and they could care less about the Falcons. They just want to go to the Benz. Like, man, this is a place to be. Go in here, have some drinks. Might get me a sweet, and just chill out. Get me some Instagram pictures off. And if this team that plays here, the Falcons or the Red Stallions or the Hawks, whoever play here, if they win, okay, cool. If not, shoot, I'm looking fly. I'm looking good. Me and my crew, we had a good time. Probably didn't even buy those tickets. The company probably gave them to them, and that's more of a, like I said, a corporate crowd. Whereas the Georgia Dome was more Falcons fans. And don't get me wrong, I love the Benz, man. Like, I love the Benz as a facility. Because you go in there, it looks like $1.5 billion for sure. Look like, yeah, y'all spent a lot of money on this thing. For sure, definitely. But the Georgia Dome just felt more like home. It felt more like home. And the Benz just don't have that feeling of home yet. It don't have the true feeling of the Falcons Stadium. So that's really the difference, man. The vibe is different. And I'm not trying to say the Georgia Dome was always sold out, because it wasn't. But it did feel like home. It felt like home. Like, this is our stadium. The Benz just don't feel like home. Yeah, it's just so corporate. And the fans, here go honest moment. The fans catch a lot of heat, and rightfully so, in certain ways. When people say, well, y'all don't go to the games, y'all don't go, when y'all do go to the games, y'all don't sit down and watch the game, y'all just be walking around. But if we're being honest, that's really not the fans' fault. If you've been in the new stadium enough times, that stadium was designed to entertain you while you walk around and look at the stadium. By design, they did not necessarily just want you to sit down and watch games like we did at the Georgia Dome. I remember the first time I went in the Benz, right when it opened, first thing I saw was this big ass bar. And guess what I did? I went to the bar. I chilled at the bar for a moment. And you just got restaurants inside of there. It kind of give you a lounge feel. And then they also are playing football. So it's a lot of distractions in there, man. So it's not totally the fans' fault. They're feeding into what the design was of the facility, man. So it's not totally the fans' fault, I don't think. Kelly says, in terms of loyalty, the Browns not being top 5 is insane. They have no reason to be fans, yet they stayed true even after they left for Baltimore. Yeah, and I still remember them leaving in the wee hours of the morning and going to Baltimore. And you make a good point. Cleveland fans, their history is kind of like our history. Nothing to really show for. Even though Cleveland has some championships before they were called the Super Bowl. But since then, like, it's just been a total dumpster fire in Cleveland, which is why the owner was willing to jump in the ocean and give Deshaun Watson that kind of money, because that's their first real true franchise quarterback since like Bernie Kosar. Yeah, so you make an excellent point as far as that goes. Keon says, trust me, those Ohio folks loyal to anything Ohio. I've seen it for myself. Okay, so Keon says, hey, maybe that number one ranking is warranted. Billy Ray Fields says, I'll say Philly should be number one. I think they were 4, I think 2 or 3. I know they were up there. They were definitely up there. Larry checking in from the Dixon Way says, happy Labor Day, Todd. Happy Labor Day to you also, Larry. I appreciate that, bro. And y'all make sure to check out the Dixon Way on YouTube, man. Does some excellent in-game commentary. Currently covering Braves games. And we lost the final game against the Dodgers, which is cool that we won 3 out of 4 there. But I spent a lot of time in there, so y'all make sure to check them out. Great in-game commentary, and it's entertaining. You know, Larry and Shonda, they do an excellent job of entertaining the people like myself that come in there and just vibe out and watch the game. And the chat is always lit too. So great job, well done also to you, Larry. Dom says our fans are loyal. We just been in the dark days. It's the Super Bowl class. We be back and forth week to week about our team, but it's all love. Yeah, yeah. We like a dysfunctional family. That's Falcons fans, and I think we all know that. That's just who we are right now, and the Falcons are gonna have to change that too. They're gonna change it too. Big Tim in the building says, "What's up, Tidy? Go Dirty Birds. I'm a happy band. My nose showed out on Saturday." And the Birds, well, that was Sunday, I think, because that was last night, right? But I know what you mean, Tim. And the Birds are less than a week from kickoff. Yeah, okay, I see you corrected that Sunday. Yep, yeah. Hey, man, what y'all thought about the game last night, man? What y'all thought about the game last night? I was happy LSU lost because most of their fans are Saints fans, so I'd be glad to see them miserable for a week. I was happy LSU lost. Being a Georgia fan, like LSU and Georgia ain't really got no like rivalry like a Florida or Auburn or even a Tennessee. But just the fact that most of their fans root for New Orleans football, New Orleans Aints, I'll be happy when they lose. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's just how much I don't like the Saints. You know what I'm saying? I'll be happy when LSU lose. I'm not gonna lie. Even though ain't no rivalry there with my college team, it's just the fact that most of their fans are Aints fans. So I'll be glad when they lose. Just like they be glad when Georgia be losing. Just because they know most of the Falcon fans root for the Bulldogs. So shoot up. Good job, Florida State. I'm glad y'all whooped them. I'm happy they lost. I'm happy they lost. Kelly said my tickets were in the nosebleed back in the Georgia Dome, but I saw the same fans every week. Yes, that is not the case in the bands. I give half my tickets away to family and go to away games. Yeah, I know you be traveling like here with the team on all the away games, Kelly, because of course me and you friends on Facebook, so I be looking at all your posts when you go to the games. And you're right. Like when you went to the Dome, like you saw the same people, you saw the same faces, but in the bands, it's just different, man. And that's why I don't really feel like home, man. I be saying it all the time, like, man, I miss the Georgia Dome for real. And I said earlier about Atlanta being a progressive city, like the Georgia Dome was not even that old, y'all. Especially when you're talking about a dome that an NFL team plays in. It was not that old. I think the Dome opened. Kelly, correct me if I'm wrong, or anybody else. Wait, in 93? 93, I think. So the Dome, like, what, 25 years old? That's not old. that is not old, man. I mean, yeah, it had got to the point where it had became somewhat outdated, but you could have renovated that. But without getting into the politics of the new stadium, there was a lot of politics that went with the Georgia Dome versus Mercedes Benz, which all boiled down to money. You know what I'm saying? It all boiled down to money. But it definitely was not an old facility at all. At all. But Atlanta being Atlanta, the Hollywood of the South, probably being the number one most trending city in America, you had to build a NFL stadium to represent that. That way you can get the Super Bowl to come. That way you can get Beyonce to do three consecutive dates in that city, in that stadium. That way you can get a guy like Kanye to rent it out for $1 million a day to record his album. That way you can get the Olympics back down here again. You can get the FIFA World Cup. So a lot of things go into that. A lot of things go into that. But once our team starts winning, we'll break it in. The thing with the Benz, it just ain't been broke in yet. We had broke the Georgia Dome in. A lot of us kind of knew where the best seats was at. You know what I'm saying? You knew where the worst seats was at. You knew all the lit fans were at. We haven't broke the Benz in yet. So we need the Falcons to help us break the book, break the Benz in. Facebook uses a city full of sellouts. That gotta be Strap. What's up, Strap? Strap said a city full of sellouts. So Strap is banging on the sellouts in the city. Facebook uses Let's Go. Billy Ray Fields said the progressive of the city changed the dynamics. Yeah, it was. The dome was home. Very true. The Benz is business. Very true. Atlanta is home. Atlanta is home of people all around the world who comes here for work, and they're not Falcons fans. That's true, man. That's true. Like I say, man, some of these people they probably couldn't even name 3 people on the team, but they'll go to the game, just take their Instagram pictures, get some drinks, especially if you can get in that suite where you can get all you can eat, all you can drink. Shoot, hey, that's a great Sunday. And then not to mention, especially if you're a guy, even if you're a girl, no offense, there's a lot of beautiful women to be there too. You're like, I'm telling y'all, like, I ain't got to tell a lot of y'all, but you go to a Falcons game, but you gonna see some of the most beautiful women in the world. I kid you not. You will see some of the most beautiful women in the world. And if you're a single guy, hey man, you might walk away with something now. I'm just telling you, but like, whoa. Let me get back to business because I end up in sidetrack. Boy, I done had me some times at the Domes. Steve Gibbons says, I'll admit the Benz does make losing slightly, just slightly better. But I believe the Benz doesn't feel like home until we win a big game in it. Yeah, and I was just saying it just don't really feel like home, man. It don't feel like home. RJ Falcon says my job had me become a day no one since season starts. I'll be locked in. I'll say, okay, hey man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Work hard. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Not nothing wrong with working, bro. So I definitely understand that, and I salute that also. Dixon West said that's closed Benz. Yeah, that's what I mean, man. It's like it's an entertainment facility, man, and they just happen to play football there. That's what it is. It's an entertainment facility there, and they just happen to play football there, and that's what we really need the Falcons to be consistently good, be consistently great, so you can kind of change the dynamics a little bit in that place. You can get the real hardcore football fans back in there. And let's be honest, man, like, hey, a lot of people got priced out. A lot of people got priced out, man. I know some people, even in our group, they were saying, like, look, man, I've had my season tickets for 10 years. And the prices went up 20 times what I paid for. Like, I can't pay that. I'm not gonna pay that. I can't afford to pay that. So when the Benz came, man, like a lot of people just got priced out. A lot of the heartbeat of the fan base got priced out. 330 says Arthur Blank got bougie when he built the Benz. Like I said, there was some money politics definitely involved in that, man. Definitely some money politics. I remember when they was building it right before they tore down the Georgia Dome. They used to sit right next to each other. You had the Benz here, you had the Georgia Dome. I remember walking by like, damn, I wish they just leave the dome up. Just leave it up, man. Let somebody else play it. Don't tear down the dome. I hated to see the dome go down, y'all. I kid y'all not. I did not like it. I hated to see it come down. I just I remember when I played in high school, I used to play in the Georgia Dome. So there was a lot of memories there for me, man. I hated to see it come down. I hated it. Dixon Way says the Hawks got a barbershop title. Yeah, that's owned by Killer Mike, right? Swag shop. It's the ATL. We need more to get us in the building. Because of the product has been mediocre, to be honest. Too much to do get into ATL if you are that winner like the Braves. Yeah, that's true. Definitely true. If you ain't winning like the Braves, man, like, hey, you have a hard time filling up your facility. I heard the Benz Stadium is nuts. I can only imagine walk around it. Oh, it is, man. It's a good time. Like don't let us misconstrue you. It's still a great time, man. You're gonna have a good time. It's like I said, the scene there, the eye candy there, like. And if you go, man, get there early so that way so you can enjoy the tailgate stuff. Like, to me, that's the best thing about it, man. Like, I don't know, it just has a it just has a smell when you walking up Northside Drive. That barbecue hits you in the face. You hear all the music going on. You hear everybody having such a good time, man. That's one thing I really love more than the game itself. Um, I love the brotherhood and the sisterhood outside our stadium. Even when we had the Georgia Dome, like everybody's getting along. I know you read the paper, you look at the news. You see a lot of the bad things about Atlanta. As far as violence go. But I'm yet to see that at a game, and I pray I don't. I see everybody get along, man. Even New Orleans, when they fans come here, we rib each other, we Jones each other, but both sides have a lot of respect for each other when it's time to just come together. Like, we don't like your team, y'all don't like our team, but you know what? We finna have us a goddamn good time at this tailgate. We cooking, y'all cooking. You know what I'm saying? We got some drinks. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you like smoking your thing, you're gonna have a bunch of smoke out there. And people just having a good time. The music's blasting, people are dancing and they're just enjoying life. And that's something that I love to see. And is like I say, I had never seen it, but I ain't never seen no BS out there neither. You know what I'm saying? Of course, when one side wins and one side loses, people be pissed off walking to their cars, but the tailgate scene, man, that's just like a nice big party, especially during the first 5, 6, 7 games when like the weather is still warm outside, man. It's nothing like it, man. Don't nobody tell you like us. We may not win a lot, but don't nobody tailgate like us. No problem at all, Larry. No problem. All love, bro. Facebook is if LSU lost, let's celebrate. I know, right? I know. Anytime those Louisiana college teams or the pro team loses, it's a reason to celebrate. It's a reason to celebrate. Once this Florida State looked legit last night, the more physical team won. They were physical on both sides of the ball. You make a great point. The quarterback, I think his name is Travis Jordan. He played a hell of a game, man. I enjoyed watching that kid play last night. The other player, I think his name is Keon Copeland. Y'all, excuse me, like FSU isn't my team, so excuse me if I'm messing these names up. But they played some great football, man. It started off as a close game, and by the time the third quarter got here, the best team just pulled away. So FSU looked real good last night. I know we got some Falcon fans who also root for FSU, and they've been waiting for their time to get back into the national prominence. And I know a lot of FSU fans, and they feel like, hey, we back. We back. That's all I heard them say last night. We back. We back. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. But y'all did look good last night, and congratulations for being LSU. Definitely appreciate that. Dixon Way says LSU made the Lakes look bad since they was ranked number 5. Brian Kelly might ruin the LSU brand, so that makes it easier to recruit their high school players to UGA. Yeah, bring them on. Because Louisiana is just like Georgia, man. That's a hotbed with high school football talent. Pretty much everywhere in the Southeast region, especially in Georgia and Florida, Texas too. That state's so damn big, they can't help but to have a lot of talent. And California also. And on the low, Ohio too now. Ohio produced some good athletes, and Virginia. So you got just certain states that they just can produce some talent, man. Facebook says 2% of Falcons fans love the Bulldogs. 98% love the Elephants. No way. No way in the world. No way. Now there are a lot of Falcons fans who I say there's a significant amount of Falcons fans who do root for Alabama, but most of us are Bulldogs fans. Definitely, most of us are Bulldogs fans. LSU didn't just lose; they got their ass whooped. They did. They definitely got whooped. Them LSU Saints was hurt last night. They put the belt on their head. I'm glad they lost too, man. I'm glad they lost too. Don said I was born 2 years after the Don was built. That's just, oh man, you young. You what born in 95? That should have never torn it down. Yeah, they money politics, bro. That's it. Money politics. Money politics. I knew Strap was in the building. Eric Park said, if it is it true the defensive lineman Burns is having contract issue with the Panthers, he may not play Sunday. I seen something about that, man, that they're not sure if he's gonna play Sunday. That would be a big that could be lost for them. I'm not gonna be mad if he don't play. I'm definitely not gonna be mad. Red says Titus shed a tear to demolition. It wasn't that bad, man, but I hated to see the dome go, man. I really did. I hated to see the dome go, bro. That the dome had a lot of memories in there for me, bro. A lot of memories. That's the first time I saw the Falcons win a championship. You know, granted, it was the NFC championship, but it was a championship nonetheless. It just had a lot of memories in there for me, man. Had a lot of memories in there. And I just hated to see it go, bro. I did. I didn't like to see it go at all. Denise Pinkston says, I work at the stadium. Other teams take over. However, when the United play, whether they win or lose, they support it a lot. Yeah. No, that's true about it. Atlanta United. Atlanta United fans and Falcons fans, they are nothing alike. Atlanta United and going to a United game, it's so fun, especially like the first 2 years when they were very, very good and won the championship. I was fortunate enough to go to a few of those games during their championship run, and the fan experience is like high priority at those soccer games. I remember the first one I went to, and I probably told the story before, but like first Atlanta United game I went to was my first, professional soccer match. And off top, the first thing you know is like the fans are just into it. They be having all these dances and chants going, and you become a part of the sport. Unlike NFL. I mean, yeah, NFL fans can make themselves a part of the sport, but it's different. Like, you don't really necessarily sit down at the United games. And I remember I was in there and somebody threw some beer on me. And at first I just shrugged it off and like, okay, somebody just made a mistake. Ain't no big deal. Then like 2 minutes later, some more beer hit me. Then I stepped up and like, okay, we finna have a problem now. Who throwing this beer at me? Dude was like, no, man, no. That's just what we do here. It's no big deal. That's what we do here. And I'm looking like, what? Like, yeah, man, that's just what we do. So about 20 minutes later, I went and got me some beer, and I just started throwing the beer. And, everybody in there just started throwing beer, and it's just a different vibe. It's a different culture. I love going into the United games. I have so much fun. After like my third game, I kind of got a better understanding of how the nuances of being a fan work. And man, I love going to those games. I haven't been in one in a couple of years, so I need to make my business to go to one very, very soon. Red says, when the Falcons win in the Benz, is worth it. When we losing, it feels like a wasted investment. Yeah, true words have never been spoken, bro. You so right about that. Also, let's look at something else I want y'all to look at here with me real quick. Since we speaking about studies and whatnot, let's look at another study together real quick, y'all. Real quick. Let's go here. We're now at ESPN.com. And let's read this here. This came out actually this morning, y'all. September 4th. It says, to forecast the 2023 NFL season, ESPN's Football Power Index simulates the season 20,000 times. 20,000 times. That produces our projections, which are filled with probabilities, like the 14% chance the Eagles win the Super Bowl, or the 43% chance the Lions win the NFC North. But life happens only once. So basically, ESPN got this like computer software, and they run 20,000 season simulations through it, and they're telling us what their computer says is going to happen this current NFL season. So as I'm scanning through this article, I'm looking for anything like they're saying about the Falcons. Like, what are y'all saying about the Falcons? So I came upon this. Let me blow this up a little bit, y'all. And this is some Falcons news. It says Panthers Commanders reach postseason with first time starters. So when they said Panthers, that caught us. Okay, well, we got to be in here somewhere, right? So let's read the first paragraph. It says the Bryce Young era started off with a bang as the number 1 overall pick in the 2023 draft, led a game-winning drive to lift the Panthers over the Falcons 23-20 in week 1. So ESPN is basically saying we're going to lose Sunday. And it also says, well, let me keep reading. A few weeks later, the Panthers were 2-2 in a wide open NFC South as the Saints and the Falcons were 0-4 flops. So this ESPN computer is saying we're going to start off 0-4. That goes back to that fan loyalty thing. The Falcons start off 0-4. Boy, that Benz is going to get empty quick because the fans won't come and support it. 0-4. Like this computer can't be serious. But it's funny though. Like, what are these computers seeing about the Falcons that they don't like? Because I remember when we did the PFF simulator, and the simulator said we'd only win like, I think the first time it was me and Mark. I think the first time we did it, I think it said we go 6-11 the first time. And then I think the second time it said we go 5-12. And this computer thing that ESPN uses said we're going to start 0-4. So what are these computers saying, or what are the computers saying about the Falcons that they don't like? I mean, how can y'all have us going 0-4? How? Ms. Nee said, I don't know about throwing. Hey, Nate, they was in there throwing that bill. I swear. Hey, it caught me off guard at first, too. I stand up like, hey, now we ain't going to be doing that. Dude, hey, man, just calm down. I guess he saw my facial expression. He's like, hey, that's what we do here. But yeah, like 20 minutes later, I went and got me some bill. Like, shoot, I'm going to throw this bill back on y'all. If this is what we doing. Nando, what's up, bro? What's up, Tyler? But yeah. What do these computers, why are we not looked at in a favorable manner by these computers? What are the computers seeing that we don't see as fans? I mean, are we just letting our bias overshadow us? I mean, I don't understand it. 0-4? Man, boy. This fan base would go crazy because we all got big expectations this year. I mean, we're not expecting to win a Super Bowl, but we definitely expecting to win. I hadn't really talked to hardly any Falcons fans that say that they're not expecting this team to be a winning team this year. So I don't get it. I don't know what these computers seeing or what's going on with these megabytes or whatever this software doing, but they don't seem to like Atlanta at all, one bit. What's up, Mark? Mark in the building says the computers hate Atlanta. Yeah, Mark, I don't understand it, bro. Like, what's up with the computer software where they just not messing with the Falcons? 0-4? Like, bro, come on, man. Come on. 0-4. Nando says we better not. Smith would be fired by week 14 at that rate. Hey, man, we start off 0-4, bro. He may not make it to week 10. To be real, bro. He may not make it to week 10. Nando says Ritter the biggest question mark. Armani, what's up, Armani? Tied to the QB. They don't believe in Ritter. They have hinted at this so many times. And you probably right, Armani, but are you saying the computers don't believe in Ritter too? Because, I mean, I know the analysts, the people, but the computers, are they, do the computers don't believe in Ritter either? Is that what it is? Because they're on 4. Like, come on, man. Like, you can't be serious with that. Ava says ESPN computers running Windows 95 and still use a dollar connected. Hey, man, you wow. They don't like us. They don't like us, Red. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, these computers are not mess with the Falcons, man. Like, and if y'all want to go do it yourself, you can go to PFF Simulator for the entire season. Dog, they didn't got no faith in the Falcons, bro. I did one and they had us like 4-13. I'm like, man, come on, I ain't mess with this thing no more. You can't be serious. You can't be serious with that, man. You can't be serious. Steve says the computer sees what you see, what I see, and what everyone sees. On offense, from coach to kicker, we don't have a lot of experience. Offensively, you are correct. I can't even refute that. I can't refute that. We are experienced, I think, more on the defensive side of the ball. With the exception of probably, well, I won't even say linebacker because you do got Kaden Ellis, but you're right. You're absolutely right. So maybe that's what they're weighing heavily on. Maybe so. Mar says the computers think our quarterback is trash. Evidently so. Because I mean, these computers just don't like Atlanta, man. They are not messing with us. 0-4 though. Dog, come on. 0-4, bro. We start off 0-4. We start off 0-4, boy. Arthur Smith definitely gonna get fired. And Fontenot might get fired too, to be real. But like, bro, I'd be so stressed, bro. I'd be so stressed, and I would be so disappointed we start 0-4. I can't even. I'm not gonna even front. I would be so disappointed. Red says we got to earn respect. All the computer sees is 28-3 when you type in Falcon. Don't do that, man. You know the computer not even considering like the Super Bowl debacle, you know. But like somebody said, man, maybe they just looking at we don't have any experience on the offensive side of the ball. Billy Ray said the computer has been made in New Orleans. Maybe they are using some New Orleans software with these computers, man. Maybe so. Winston says computer simulators factoring Ritter as a developmental QB, and they're lowballing us on our wide receiver room. That's an interesting way to look at it. They're like you're pretty much saying they're looking at him as, you know, pretty much the first full year of being a project type quarterback. You said developmental, so yeah, see your point there. And lowballing us in our wide receiver room, yeah. Once you get past Drake, who had a very, very, very good rookie season. And I know a lot of us personally, we were very impressed with Matt Collins, but maybe the computer saying he ain't good as y'all think he is. You know, y'all are just blinded by the red and black in your own logo, whereas we are not. You know, trying to make some sense of it. Phillips says they're blinded by the last 5 years. Dom says 0-4 by their computer. They don't respect us. I'm just saying, man, because like the thing about when you have a computer thing is we can't use what we like to use when we say the media hates us or the media just hating on the Falcons. The media don't respect us. That's not the media. That's a computer. So you know we can't even use that angle that the media just hating on us. That's a computer. You know, and like I said, I go back to when me and Mark did that PFF simulator, bro. It's like we had to turn that thing off. Like, dog, what is this? I think one of them had us losing, damn, 4 straight games. And this thing said we're gonna start off 0-4. But one of those simulations had us losing 4 straight games. Interesting. Nando says 8-9 is my prediction. I got us at 9-8, Nando. So we close. I got us at 9-8. Rhea says probably factoring in Ritter and experience and Arthur, the plumber calling play. I don't do Austin Smith like that, man. I don't do Austin Smith like that, man. Don't do that. Armando says data software is a thing of habit sometimes. The computer is looking at the data from the last few years, and we've had 5 straight losing seasons. Interesting perspective. Very interesting. And you're probably right. The computers don't believe in the Falcons, period. It don't look that way. It does not look that way. The fans are the only one believing the Falcons. Dom says they're gonna be ready to bang with an 0-4 record. Oh, bro, I would have some monumental bang sessions if we go 0-4. Man, dog, I would come here. Boy, I would come here on one. Now we start 0-1, I think I'm gonna be 0-1, bro. That just can't happen, man. That can't happen. That would be such an utter failure by this team. That would be such an organizational failure, bro. I'm just saying, dog. Bro, I'll be so disappointed, though. I'm just telling y'all. Mark says the computer won't fall for the Ritter experiment. It's like trying to trick a calculator. Try to trick a calculator to see what happens. Very interesting point. Very interesting. Armani says Ritter hasn't given enough data for the computer and the software to base anything off of, to make an assumption. No data, nothing to base anything off of. You make a great point. It's really hard to argue that, Armani. It's really hard to argue that because the computer they're not being biased. Like you say, they're looking at data. What data do I have to support this notion or to disprove this notion? So man, that's a great point, bro. That is a great point. Red says we start off 0-4. We need to fire off the plane too. Good luck with that one, man. Good luck with that one. Getting off the blank fired, man. That'll be a sight to see. Ms. D says, I love when they doubt us. That's when we do our best. Yes. Yeah, we'll go fly. Flying under the radar. Flying under the radar. Pun intended. Flying under the radar. Red says we're gonna demolish the Dens title. We start 0-4, man, bro. Man, I would be just so disappointed, man. Facebook says, do you think B. John will carry the offense? I think he would be a very critical part of the offense. In terms of carrying the offense, I think he's gonna end up being the focal point of the offense. Not sure if he'll carry it. We really need Ritter to kind of at least 50% carry the offense. But I'm gonna be honest, man. If Bijan carries the offense, if Bijan is more productive than the quarterback, then these computers are probably right. Just to be real, y'all. He can't be more productive than the quarterback. He can't. He ends up somewhere with just as many or about the same amount of touchdowns as the quarterback. We in trouble. We're in a lot of trouble. That's why I'm kind of reluctant to say he will carry the offense because I don't. I want him to. Of course, I want him to be a big part of it, but just to be the carrying the offense, you're running back carrying the offense, boy. You in trouble, man. You're in trouble because I don't think in today's football that's sustainable. I don't. He can carry us for some games, but if he's carrying us the entire season, we're in trouble. Like if we in week 16, Bijan got 13 touchdowns and Ritter has 15 touchdowns, we're probably in trouble, man. We're probably in trouble. So while I would love him to be a focal point of it, but to carry the offense, man, that's a lot. That's a lot. That is a lot. Red says, relax, everyone. We're going to start 3-1. I definitely hope so. Definitely hope so. Let's see here. Philip says those same computers gave us 2 to 3 games last season. I don't remember what the computers had us at, but I know Vegas, as far as these ESPN things right here, when I say I don't know what they had us at, but I know Vegas had us at 4.5 games, and we ended up winning 7. Red says if we lose Carolina, I'm unleashing. I know you are. West says if Bijan is more productive than Ritter be on the bench next season, no matter if we draft a quarterback or bring in a vet. Somebody earlier said don't matter. I think it was Steve said if we win or lose, we're gonna have a new quarterback. Billy Ray says we start 0-1. I'm gonna need to go live with you because it will be epic. Hey, you are more than welcome to come on. I'm definitely have a blown head gasket if we lose. Bro, I'm gonna be hot, man. I'm gonna be hot, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I will be hot about that. Armani says the running back carrying the offense in the pass first lead. Recipe for disaster. Yes, Armani, and that's why I don't want to say he will carry the offense. Be a big part of the offense. Yeah, I'm cool with that. Even being the number one priority as far as the skill position players outside of the quarterback, I'm fine with that. But man, if like I said, they got about the same amount of touchdowns, it'll be a long year. It'll be a long season. Abel says we lose Carolina to a rookie in the NFL first start and a new coach, we don't deserve to win the season. It's hard to argue that, man. It's hard to argue that. It's hard to argue that. All right, y'all. Before we check out of here, man, like of course you had the former Falcon, former legendary Falcon, Deion Sanders, win his first game this past weekend against TCU, who my Georgia Bulldogs thrashed in a national championship game. But I think Colorado was like a 20-point underdog, and they ended up winning that game in a shootout. So there was a lot of commentary following that game, and it was just interesting to see people's thoughts. First off, congratulations to Deion and the Colorado guys, his players. Travis Hunter, who went to Marks High School, played an exceptional game. Exceptional game. Shador Sanders, Deion Sanders' son at quarterback, played a great game also. And their running back, his name escapes me. They just played fantastic. Now, they're going to have to work on their defense. You ain't going to be able to every week just give up them kind of points and yards to teams throughout the year. But being a 20-point underdog, I'm sure they're cool taking the W, giving up them yards on defense. But I want to know y'all, like, what are y'all thoughts? Because this has been a real big talking point still on social media, and then you got the dynamic of also Deion, leaving Jackson State. So I'm interested, like, to hear y'all thoughts on Coach Prime getting his first victory against TCU, and how Shador played. And I want to know your thoughts. I even seen some people in our group after that game. They were like, "Hey, man, bring Shador, bring him to Atlanta." And the kid looks like he's gonna be a stud, man, throughout his career. So, and some people already got him in a Heisman race after one game. That's probably a little premature. Travis Hunter as well. Do y'all think Travis Hunter can sustain playing a many snaps throughout the year? We seen that from guys like Champ. We seen it from guys like Charles Woodson. But I really want to know y'all thoughts about the game and just any other game. Like, we got a lot of Georgia Bulldogs fans in here. Like, I was not overly impressed on how the Bulldogs played week one. Even though it seemed like they woke up a little bit in the second half, but the first half came off shaky. We got a new quarterback. We got a new offensive coordinator, Mike Bobo. I never was a Mike Bobo fan. But I've gotten to the point now, the two national championships, I just trust Kirby Smart. I trust Kirby Smart, so I didn't complain about it, even though I never was a Bobo fan. I never liked this offense. But when you win two national championships, hey, man, you fall in line as a fan. Just like, I'm sure a lot of Bama fans, like, you don't necessarily agree with every coaching decision or personnel decision that Saban does, but hey, it's hard to argue the recipe of success. So before we get out here, like, give me some of y'all thoughts on Colorado and Deion, the Georgia game. What did you think about that? And I noticed after the Colorado game, man, like Deion Sanders was trending on Twitter, like, and it's to dig even deeper into the Deion thing. It's just real. it's compelling. The after effects of the Jackson State thing is still there also. Like some people are still upset on how he left Jackson State, which to a certain extent I understand because he did a lot for Jackson State and HBCUs. You know, he put a lot of eyes right there, brought a lot of money there, and people wanted him to continue to be there and continue building on that. But man, like we live in a capitalistic society, so I think it would be hard for almost anybody to go from what about 200K a year to 5 million a year. You know, hard to say no to that, man. But I mean, let's see what y'all think about. Let me give me just a second here. Let me go to some of these comments. Armani says right now most people are picking Carolina to win the game because Bryce Young, as far as talent goes, is light years better than Ritter. So Armani saying Bryce is already more talented than Ritter. That's interesting. What do y'all think about that? Um, Hold on just a second here. A1 says who in the band Sunday? Who going to the band Sunday? Who in the band Sunday? Miss Nee says she'll be there. Armani says we're not allowed to talk about this topic in this group. Strap voice sellout. No, we can definitely discuss it, Armani. We can definitely discuss it, man. I want to hear people's thoughts. Like I said, Dion's a former Falcon, man. Dion's a former Falcon, and Dion stopped playing in Atlanta when 90 at the end of he stopped the first year the Benz was built. So he stopped playing in Atlanta at the end of the 93 season, I think. And to this day, he's still one of the most loved Falcons in history, man. Still one of the most loved and definitely legendary Falcons in history. So in the end of the day, man, if you wrote a book on the Atlanta Falcons, you can't complete the book without the Dion chapter, bro. You can't complete the book on the Falcons without the Dion chapter. So Falcons fans gonna always talk about Dion. They're gonna always have an affinity for Dion, especially like if you really lived in that era. And see, I know a guy like you, Armani, you pretty young compared to me, but I vividly remember the Dion era. I told y'all how when I was a kid we used to like go to the swimming pool in the summertime. I also remember Armani during those formative growing years, being a kid, us playing football outside. We was outside as kids, as the younger generation. We was outside. But I remember being outside. It's time to play football. Like maybe if we don't go to the pool that day, or maybe we play football a little bit later on in the evening when the sun go down a little bit. All right, it's time to play football. And I remember we here as kids, us arguing, nah, I'm Dion. Nah, I'm Dion. Nah, you were Dion yesterday. I'm Dion today. Nah, man, you ain't good enough to be Dion. I'm Dion. Dion was like one of the first heroes to young kids in Georgia, just because of what he did for the Falcons. If he was a Falcon fan, so people here gonna always have love for Dion, man. That's just what it is. We always have love for him. He's gonna always be um. There's gonna always be a correlation to him in Atlanta. He played for the Falcons and the Braves at the same time, so we could definitely speak about Prime, man. Definitely speak about Prime, man. And that's why I want to talk about it, man, because like I want to know y'all thoughts. I want to know about like the dynamic of how people still feel about the Jackson State thing, and like, and if you're listening to this, if you feel like some kind of way about him leaving Jackson State, tell me about that also. Because I would love to hear like all sides of the spectrum because it's just such a polarizing topic, and I think this topic is going to live for this entire football season. I think it's going to take a little bit of time for everyone, or maybe for people who do feel a certain kind of way about him leaving Jackson State to kind of let that subside. So um, I'm really interested to hear what y'all think about that. So let me look at some of the comments here. Give me just a moment. So just a second here. So let me go through these comments real quick here. Just a moment, y'all. Our money says Coach Saban got 7 natties. I'm not questioning nothing he does. Yeah, that's what I meant with kind of like Kirby now, man. Like, if you want to bring Bobo back, hey man, you got back-to-back national titles, bro. Something I've been waiting like my whole life to see. Room for Georgia football team. So I'm cool with it, man. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. You know, I ain't gonna sweat it. I ain't gonna sweat it. Um, but that's what winning does, man. You build equity within your fan base. And what I'm gonna do also, because I really, like I said, I want y'all to continue to tell me y'all thoughts on all these subjects. You know, especially the Dion subject. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring Mark in here and kind of like get some feedback from him on some of the things that we talked about, some of the things that we discussed as well. So we'll bring Mark in here. Um, Mark, are you here, brother?
Good, Toddy. How you doing, man?
Falcons projected for us, and also Coach Prime, man. So, you care to chime in on any of those topics?
Yeah, as far as the computers, man, we already know how the computers are, man. They just dislike the Falcons. Um, but I mean, as far as Coach Prime, man, hey, you got to love what you see. I think the big thing with him is, man, the culture, man, the standards that he brings to just wherever he does, whether he's with the Falcons, he's on NFL Network, he's at Jackson State. I mean, it doesn't matter. One thing's for sure is, he's gonna bring in that energy and that swagger to wherever he goes. So that was super dope to see week one for it to translate instantly. Um, Again, just a huge fan of Dion and what he's been able to do so far.
Yeah, me as well. Still a big Dion fan, man. You know, I'm a, I'm probably gonna always be a Dion fan, just because, like I said, you know, I grew up as far as one of my sports idols. That was one of my first sports idols was Dion. So you know, go always have a lot of love for prime time. Got a Deion Sanders Falcon jersey, and I'm gonna probably end up rocking it to a game or something this year. So got a lot of love for prime. But I do want to discuss a different element to it. You know, because I know you're on social media, just like most of us who are watching this are on social media, and you know, I know you see the chatter, you hear the chatter, and there's still a lot of people like when Dion won, like a lot of us we were clapping, but there still was a lot of people that felt some kind of way about him leaving Jackson State, a HBCU. So if you would like tell us like what are your thoughts about him leaving Jackson State in the way that he did, and do you think that he left Jackson State the wrong way? Because I hear some people say he lied or he used Jackson State, but just tell us your thoughts on that entire subject, man. That's such a compelling area to talk about when you talk about Dion. So we want to know your thoughts. How you feel about that?
Yeah, I feel like he did what he had to do. I mean, him to even go to HBCU was huge for the culture. It was huge for all those young men that he was able to touch. So I mean, I don't think he really should have had a time stamp on it. He went in, he won, he brought more attention to these historically black colleges, and then I mean, it's on to the next thing. I mean, again, he finished the first goal. Now the next goal was to see if he can translate the same energy and the same type of production at a Power Five school. So I mean, to me, I like the move. Um, and I feel like he's going to move again when the next opportunity comes up. I mean, again, I think his thing is to impact the youth and impact the game. And we got to remember, he does not have to do any of this. I mean, he's a Hall of Fame player, played two sports, went on NFL Network, did his thing there. I mean, he has nothing left to prove. So everything he's doing now, for these young men and just for the community, to me is a plus. So again, huge fan of what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah, and I mostly agree with that also, man. Of course, you would have loved him to stay at HBCU and continue to build up Jackson State and more importantly build up HBCU football. But I think most people who did not have all their emotions attached to Dion and HBCU, you knew that his time there wasn't gonna be long. I knew that. I remember I used to get on my Facebook and I used to say, y'all, like, Dion gonna leave here soon, y'all. And people would be, hey, he ain't leaving the HBCU. He gonna do this, y'all. I had some heated debates on my social media with people. I'm like, y'all, I'm telling you, Dion is not gonna be there long. This is like you say, just a chapter in his career. When the next chapter come, he's gonna leave. So when he left, like I said, I would love him to stay there, but I wasn't mad about it, man. It's just like that's the next progression to him. And like you say, when it's time for the next chapter, he's gonna probably leave there, leave Colorado. If a better situation comes, he'll probably leave there and go there. If when his sons go to the NFL, if one of these teams want to say, "Well, you done such a good job coaching your son," hey, we just drafted him, come coach him here in the NFL. He'll probably go there also. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't have any ill will toward Dion. I don't think he did anything wrong. At the end of the day, Dion is a man in his 50s. He don't owe nobody nothing but his family. At the end of the day, the only thing he owes something to is his immediate family. So, um, like I said, I understand it, and I really wish people wasn't so emotionally attached to a decision a man made to really benefit his family. And they say, well, he used Jackson State, he used. Look, that was a mutually beneficial relationship. you know what I'm saying?
Right. Win-win situation.
That was a win for both sides. So I know they say time heals all wounds, and I just know a lot of people. They just it messes with them emotionally that he did not stay with Jackson State and he went to a Power Five or PWI, as some people say. And it's an emotionally driven thing, but hopefully they'll get past that and just realize, like, man, hey man, you're looking at a leader of men and one of the greatest athletes, regardless of sports, that you're ever going to see in your lifetime and probably ever. But over and beyond that, man, let's read some of the comments that people are saying because, like I say, this is a very, very, very compelling subject. Red says Dion is just universally admired and revered, loved. Anybody hating on him is a straight loser. uh, Red says he told them he wasn't going to stay long. Only a fool would believe Dion would stay at Jackson State for 5 years. Forget these uptight ninjas who can't do what he do. Yeah, and you had to know he wasn't gonna be there long, man. Like you had to know that he was building his resume, and the funny thing is like you hear a lot of people that criticize him on how he left Jackson State, but almost a year later, you know what? I never heard one of his players, current or former, come out and speak against Dion. Now maybe I missed it. Maybe it hasn't hit my algorithm yet. But all those current and former players that played for Coach Prime, they say nothing but the best thing about him, utmost respect, how he was like a father figure to them. So if the players are not tripping, how can us adults trip, Margaret? That's the part that puzzles me sometimes about it.
Yeah, I don't has a teammate or former coach, has anyone really had anything negative to say against Prime? I mean, he just shows up. I mean, he balls out wherever he goes. And sometimes, when you produce and you walk with confidence, man, it's intimidating. And I think that's all we're seeing.
Yeah, yeah, great point. And but to answer your question, no, I have never or I'm yet to see a teammate, current, former coach, any colleague say anything bad about him. He does have that arrogance and that cockiness about him. That's for sure. you know, that's definitely for sure. But hey, man, a lot of these athletes, have that brashness about them. You know, anybody from even though he didn't play in the social media era, but look, you go watch Jordan on the court. Jordan was very much arrogant, cocky. He didn't talk as much as Prime. Rest in peace. Kobe was the same way. He had that arrogance. A lot of when Kobe was living, a lot of people didn't like him. Oh, he's so arrogant. He think he's so good. Floyd Mayweather, super arrogant. Oh, I can't stand Floyd. Hey, arrogant. I'm the best. Ali, rest in peace, Muhammad Ali. So a lot of these just super talented athletes, man. It comes with the territory because they know, yeah, I'm the best at what I do. Even LeBron, a lot of people don't like LeBron because they just think he's so cocky, he's so arrogant. Oh, he think he all this. Well, yeah, he is. you know, at the end of the day, he really is, man. So it's just an interesting paradox here. And Lisa says Prime has said that he doesn't want to coach in the NFL. He said it repeatedly on different sports programs. Of course, he could change his mind, but he needs to win in the college ranks first, in my opinion. Yeah, I've heard him say that repeatedly also, and that's the reason, Lisa, that I brought up the example. If when his sons gets drafted, let's say let's just say the Falcons to make it easy. Let's just say they draft Shador in Atlanta, and we have a head coaching vacancy at the time. And Arthur Blank or whoever's the owner at the time, hey, Dion, man, look, let's talk. You did such a great job with your son in college. Look, we got a head coaching vacancy here. We want you to continue to coach your son. Here's $7 million a year. Just situations like that. Hey, man, it I think with Dion been coaching his son since his son been playing football, of course I'm not inside his head, but I don't see him saying no to it. If he can have a way to coach his son at least one time in the NFL, I think he'd jump on it. Or even a better job in college comes across, I think he'd jump on it also. Um, but like what else is on your mind, Mark? Anything else we need to talk about or discuss, or anything you want to add to the Dion subject or the Falcon subject with the computers, anything?
Well, I mean, just on your last point, and what Lisa Shepard was saying, I mean, I feel like there's a big possibility for him to go to the NFL. Again, his biggest thing over the past couple of days is, I'm doing things that haven't been done before. And like you said, I think if an opportunity comes up where he can coach his son, I mean, one of his sons, he claims Travis Hunter to be one of his sons. He
Yeah,
has another son that plays defensive back. Um, I could really see him taking the opportunity, but the team's gonna have to give up a lot. Like you said, they're gonna have to give him the money to make him leave. Then they're gonna have to give him. They're probably gonna have to give him full control. You know, more control than you typically would. But but yeah, like I mean, like you said, I think there's a possibility that his mind changes over the next season or two. Um, again, if the opportunity presents itself.
yeah, I can definitely see that, man. If he has an opportunity, sure he loves all his kids equal, but I think there's a different dynamic there of you being able to coach um Shador if playing quarterback. That's just such a different thing because you're coaching the most important position on the field. So if that comes across his table, man, I think he's gonna jump at it, man. I really do. Um and also what do you think about those computers, man? Like what's your opinion on that?
I mean, the big thing, like a lot of people said, is I mean, the computer can't ignore Ritter's inexperience. I think that's all it is. It's no need to take it too personal. But the computer is not going to go out on a limb because the computer is programmed to try to simulate and be as accurate as possible. So it's not going to go on a limb like we are as Falcons fans and like some people may be doing and projecting Ritter to be a mid-level quarterback. So I mean, I'm not too surprised. I find it hard to believe that we're going to lose the first 4 games.
Yeah.
But I, I mean, like you spoke on before, we did the PFF simulator a couple weeks ago. They were saying the same thing. So I think it's only right we run it back at least one more time to see, what another computer says. It's been a couple weeks in between. We had some preseason games, some rosters switches, changes around the league. I think it's only right, we do it live at least one more time, going into the season.
Let's get it. I'm all for it.
So we're gonna go to the Falcons once again. Should we adjust the lineup?
I don't think so. They're gonna have the starters on there automatically. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, it's not letting me do it anyway. But let's see. Okay.
That's
Okay.
good.
All right. Oh, here we
Oh,
go.
there we go. All right, two and
Wow.
two.
Wow. Wow. 44 points. We can never beat Tennessee. Okay. Beat the Saints. Wow.
Hmm.
Wow.
7-10. That would be a travesty for us, man. We can't go 7-10 again. It can't happen.
They love putting us at 7 wins. That's crazy.
It can't happen. And it's odd, man. Like, cause Vegas has us at 8.5, and I'm yet to see a computer put us over that barrier of 8 games, 8.5.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, in this simulator this season, they had Ritter throwing 16 interceptions. I mean, he definitely played better. I feel like in this simulator,
How many TDs
but
does he have?
he threw 24 interceptions. So I mean, again, I think he's producing better. But man, just looking at this schedule to lose back-to-back games, you know, that's tough. That's tough. I mean, man, this season's just so up and down. We have a big win against Jacksonville, then we lose to Houston, lose to the Commanders. I feel like that's the trend on the simulator so far. What 3 times in, I think it's averaging about 7 wins. But man, it keeps giving us these little 2 game stretches when we just look terrible against anybody.
And we
We
don't.
can
Looking
never
at
beat
this
Tennessee.
simulator, we don't have no games where we win at least two in a row on this simulator right here.
Mm, yeah, this one. Wow, wow. Yeah, I mean the computers, man. The AI. They don't. They don't believe in us. 7-10, which will be Arthur Smith's third year in a row doing that. I mean, we said it before, 7-10, 3 years in a row. You definitely on a hot seat. Do you think we bring them back and we go 7-10 again?
How hypothetically speaking, man, if you go 7-10 again, to me, you let him finish the season, but you gotta fire him in the offseason, I think. What they call it, Black Monday, I would let him go, man. Like, I don't care about like that cap space stuff and rebuilding. I don't care, man. Like, you that means that you've had three top eight picks, and then you had like 70 million in free agency, and it still didn't equate. To me, that would mean that him and Fontenot built the team wrong. That
Right.
mean him and Fontenot built the team wrong. Like I say, three top eight picks, two top eight picks, top four pick, and you still at 7-10 after all that money in the all season. You no, he'd have to go, bro. He'd have to go. He'd have to go. Anything past that is just a too forgiving owner, in my opinion. I've seen people fire for way less before the NFL.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. That's
I don't think you should get 4, 5, 6 years to finally start winning. If you can't get this done in the first 3 years, we got to move on. Thank you, man. Thank you, but we got to bring the next coach in here.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, and I know you spoke on the money and what we did this offseason. Do you think that also puts Terry on the hot seat? If we finish 7-10 again, or you think they're like a a package deal? You fire one, you got to fire both.
I think if this happened, they let Arthur go in the off season right after the regular season is over, and then I think Terry would have one more year, one more off season, one more draft to get it right. And that following year, if we still can't get right, they'll let him go. I
Mm,
just don't feel like I don't feel like when you have such inexperienced guys at such critical positions in your franchise, they have not earned, they don't have enough equity where you be that patient with them. A first time head coach is not going to get the same kind of leash that Andy Reid, Bill Belichick is going to get. A first time general manager is not going to get um, the same kind of leash that a John Lynch would get, or just any general manager that came from a winning pedigree. So like when you got these guys and this is the first time in that position, hey man, look, you got a short leash. Just like a third round quarterback. If you don't prove yourself fast, we're gonna move to the next thing. And I think that's gonna ring true for Arthur Smith and Fontenot if this plays out like that.
Now, let me ask you this then. With that being said, let's just say we go 12-5. Do we extend Arthur Smith? Because, I haven't been able to find the contract details for Arthur Smith or Terry yet on the internet.
Me
But
neither.
Arthur Blank has said time after time it's been a 3-year plan. So we can maybe assume it's a 3-year deal. Do you bring them back for a long-term deal if we have success this season? Like, what's your thoughts? Let's say again we go 12-5 with this regime.
If you go 12-5, and let's say this is the last year of their contract, or they have one more, I'm sure they have. I'm sure neither has nothing past a 4-year deal. Neither one of them does. So let's say this is the last year, or next year is the last year. And if they go 12-5, you really have no choice but to extend them for new deals. You don't have a choice at that point as Arthur Blank and Richmond. Okay, you have to at that point in time. It's I was gonna open a can of worms and say, well, that's kind of like when we went to the Super Bowl and you keep the Matt and Julio thing there. I mean, like you have no choice because of the results that they gave. So yeah, you'd have to bring them both back. You have no choice at 12-5, especially
Yeah,
with playoff victories in there as well. You got to bring them back. You don't have a choice.
yeah, yeah. I agree 100%. I definitely agree. So, I mean, hopefully it's the latter, man. Hopefully, we have a successful season, and we have a foundation. Because man, I think that's one thing we took for granted with the Mike Smith, Thomas Dimitrov, and Matt Ryan regime. I mean, year one together, they hit a home run. They built a foundation by getting their starting quarterback. They got a bell cow running back. And again, I think we kind of took it for granted. We had that slump with the Joey Harrington and Byron Leftwich. We looked crazy, and then we instantly went to being a relevant team in this division and in the NFC year one of that regime. So again, hopefully we can have that same type of success this season where we have our franchise quarterback, we have our coach, we have our GM, and we could just focus on building and continue to have success.
Yeah, hopefully so. Like you said, hopefully we are on that 12-5 um, perspective and not sitting here being frustrated if we only win 7 or 8 games. Man, I almost think like anything that's not a win a season, bro, like Arthur Smith may get out of here, man. And I hate that he has that much pressure on him, but it's the NFL, bro. This is not a be your best friend, I love you forever type of league, man. Like results are expected. So anything less than 9 wins, you might get in there. He may survive with 8, especially we have key injuries. I'm not gonna wood we don't, but I just feel like this team got to win this year, man. I feel like anything under 9 wins is a failure, bro. And I kind of hate to be to that point, but hey, man, when you ain't had a win the season since 2017, you got to raise your expectations. I feel like.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, I mean, transitioning. Before we get out of here, man, week one. I don't know if you spoke on this on the live already, but how are you feeling about the game and like what matchups you looking at?
I still feel very confident about the game. I'm still sticking to my original prediction of 24 and 24-10 Atlanta, of course. Um, in regards to matchups, even though it's not really a matchup per se, but I'm kind of gonna look at it from like an NBA perspective. I'm really interested to see the battle between the two young quarterbacks. The
Right.
very hyped up Bryce Young, the Bama quarterback, bunch of success in college, came from the GOAT, Nick Saban, versus the underdog Ritter. The rose that then grew from concrete, so to speak, third round pick. Some of the fan base then shunned the idea of having to start. But hey, he came in the last 4 games of the year, had 2 wins, and looked fairly good in the last 2 games. And you know, the coaching staff, the front office felt good about him. So I'm real. That's the matchup I want to see. I want to see this quarterback battle between the two young quarterbacks. Or are these going to be the guys that's going to be the foundation of the NFC South for the next 10 years? So I really want to see this quarterback battle right here. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the first of many. They both wear the number 9, both fairly new quarterbacks, and pretty much had the keys to their franchise. This could be a rivalry that we see for the next 10, 15 years. So, like you said, I think that is the matchup. For week one is to see who can do the most with what they have,
Right.
and who will come out on top. I mean, like you said, it isn't quarterback versus quarterback, but I think that is the matchup that everyone's going to be watching. Because really, if you think about it, B is really kind of Bijan versus Bryce Young. As two top 10 guys, two offensive talents. But like you said, the real matchup that everyone's going to go to is who's the better number 9. Who's going to be the guy in the NFC South? Because even with Derek Carr coming in, I still feel like there isn't really one established quarterback in this division,
Right.
and both these young quarterbacks have the opportunity, to take that.
Right. I agree. Like, is this going to be the next Drew Brees versus Matt Ryan for these next 5 to 10 years? And I didn't even think about the fact that they wear number 9, so that brings a little bit more, to the show. Also, the battle of the number 9. I didn't even think about that, bro. So that's the first time it really hit me in my mind. Like, oh damn, 2 number 9s.
Yeah, yeah, man. It's gonna be fun to see, but I think my prediction. I think I'm gonna stick with mine's. Well, I'm gonna stick with similar. I can't remember the exact score, but I think it's gonna be like a 17-16 win for the good guys. I feel like we're gonna do just enough, to win the game. And I think my bold prediction for that game is the defense makes a stop to solidify the win. I think this is a game where the defense, similar to game one of last season, the defense came out flying, sacking the quarterback. The crowd was into it, but we let that game slip away. I feel like we're gonna have
Mhm.
the same type of success this week, but we're gonna hold on tight. And like I said, I think the defense is gonna make the game winning play to walk away with a opening week victory.
Interesting, man. So you think it's gonna be a defensive juggernaut? Before we get out of here, like who's gonna make like you think the key play on defense? Any forced fumbles? We're gonna have a bunch of sacks. Like what has you feeling like it's gonna be just a defensive thing, and we're gonna pull it off at the end?
Man, I think it's gonna be a Jesse Bates type of show. He gets to fly around, run around in his new jersey, in his new city. And I think he's gonna show, okay, hey, I've been here before. I played in big games. This is nothing. So that's my prediction. Jesse Bates with a game-winning interception.
Hmm. So he'll be proven why he was named captain by the team. Also, with that being said,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it'd be a good way to start the season. For him. Him being in a new city. A new team, to show everybody why he got that big contract and show them why we went out to get him.
yeah, that would make that investment look a lot more more better on our side. I definitely agree. But we're getting ready to wrap it up, y'all. We want to thank everybody. We appreciate your time. Definitely appreciate the interaction. And also, if you watch this on the rebroadcast, make sure to like the video. Make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Hey, man, it's game week, man. It's game week. We got a game coming up on Sunday. So we're definitely going to be looking forward to that. Also, as you know, I'm Toddy at Atlanta Bird Game. And I got Mark here also. Mark, if you don't mind, let everybody know where they can find you on social media. And before you wrap up, make sure to let them know what our schedule looks like as far as Bleacher Report this week, so they can follow us there as well.
Yes, sir, everybody. Y'all can follow me at mark.chaney on all social platforms. Most importantly, you can find me here on the Atlanta Bird Game. And you can find us this Friday at 1 o'clock. Me and Toddy will be on Bleacher Report. We'll be giving out some bold predictions. Then me and Toddy will also be back on Bleacher Report Sunday after the game. So immediately after the game, tune in to Bleacher Report to our post-game reaction.
Yep. And with that said, we will see y'all the next time we see y'all. Peace. We out of here.